What's up, YouTube? It's Tiff Tito, here to bring you a little update. Sorry about that noise. They're next door remodeling a house, and of course he wants to solve some stuff right when I start to record. But I'm making this video not just as an update, but to talk about something. But first I'll do my update, which is basically, as you've probably seen, I haven't posted videos since last weekend when I said I was, but I just haven't had time. Working on the van in the afternoons and into Saturday, I don't have time to edit videos. You know, I'd rather be working on my van than editing videos right now. I just have too much to do and a deadline to do it in that I don't have time for it. I am going to do some today, though, I promise. I'm going to do some today. You're going to have some videos up soon because I'm cutting out a lot of the middle of it. I'm not shooting a whole lot of the middle part anymore because it's just taking too long. I need to get this done, so I'm doing more of the before and after overview type of thing, so I'll put that together somehow. And I also have just been sick. I actually had to leave work early yesterday because I was just too weak to keep going. I just couldn't do it. It was just too much for me at that point. The past few days I kind of felt something coming on. But the lack of rest, which your body needs to rest, so when I work out to build my muscles and stuff, my muscles need to rest, get a good amount of rest to rebuild and to build itself. And so does your body and your immune system. So I know that's a huge factor, as well as kids sneezing and coughing on me all the time at work. And I've been eating good, but just not getting enough rest. So yesterday I got off, came home, took a nap. Got some fluids in me, and I'm feeling better today. It's still just in my head, but feeling a lot better. So thought today, because yesterday I was planning on doing a little bit on the van and just resting today because I have an eye exam to go to in a little while. But I'm just flip-flopping the days because I got my rest in yesterday. Still gonna rest some today this afternoon while I edit videos, but for right now I want to just at least do a little bit of something because I can't just sit around and not do anything. So I've just been pulling stuff out of the van, getting it prepped to continue to do something to the van. I'm not going to tell you yet because I don't want to spoil anything. Hopefully I'll have this done by the end of the week. And I plan on moving my stuff into it and taking it on a little trip, hopefully this weekend, or maybe trying to self-camp one day next week just to try it out around here and see how it goes. And then after that, I can plan some stuff. I still don't have a bed in there. That is something I need to work on next week. But, I'll have a temporary one while I do my stealth camp thing. Let's see. So, yeah, just not feeling too good, but I'm still going to be doing a little bit of something here or there. But that's another reason why I haven't been editing my videos. Another thing that I want to talk about, and another factor of me being sick is the weather. I mean, like one day it's 30-something and it snows that night into the next morning, and then that day it's in the 50s and now it's 70s, which it's beautiful weather right now. I don't even know what it is, like low 70s or something. I am wearing a sleeveless shirt and it's comfortable weather for that, but I do have some sweatpants on too, so I'm not like going too crazy right now. But it is beautiful. I love it. As you see, I have my contacts in. And my sunglasses, I took a while to find them because I haven't worn them in a while. As you've seen in most of my videos that you've probably seen, you only see me wear glasses. But it's because I didn't have insurance at the time, so I couldn't get another eye exam and I couldn't pay for my contacts. I'd rather spend money on the van or fixing up whatever vehicle I had at the time or whatever. So my insurance paid for my contacts. I got them in, but it's with my old prescription with the glasses I have on now or had on now. But my exam today is to get a new prescription just to see if anything's changed, which usually does a little bit before I buy my new glasses. Well, my insurance is going to pay for them. So I want to get a new prescription while I have the insurance, and I want to get different type of glasses because those were only supposed to be temporary. I got them when I worked for Amazon in 2014 and ended up just having to keep wearing them. So gonna get some new glasses, maybe even 2 pair, I don't know yet. But I have my contacts, so I'm excited about that as well. And I'm going to my exam today, so that's what's happening. Got to do cleaning out the van a little bit, go to my exam, edit some video. And the other thing I want to talk about, which is the main reason I wanted to make this video, is something that I've been dealing with lately, and it's just where my head has been. The fact I'm ready to move into the van, I'm ready to get onto something new, and I know I need to like slow it down just a little bit, which I'm having to with this build, because I could have just jumped right in, pulled the seats out, jumped right in, and that was it. But having to pull the carpet out and everything, that's really slowed me down on it. But I've also set myself a deadline so that I don't get too slow and complacent with it, which I'm glad I did, because this new headspace I'm in, which is not just wanting to move into it now and getting on the road and everything. And the topic I want to talk about is fear. And so, not that I'm like constantly thinking about fear, but it is something that has come up recently in the past few days with me, and I just want to talk about it because I know a lot of people face this. Everybody faces fear on a certain degree, but when you're doing something like this, it's bigger to a certain degree because it's a big life change. You know, you're more than likely selling all of your belongings, giving away everything, downsizing, you know, and moving into a vehicle that's on wheels, you know, and if something happens to it, you have to get it to a shop to get it fixed. Something major happens to it. Sometimes you may have somebody come out and check on it or whatever and may be able to do something where it is, but more likely than not, you're going to have to take it to a shop, you know, and that's a whole ordeal, having to get it towed, the expense in that, then getting the quote on what's wrong with it, and then getting it fixed and how long that'll take. That's kind of the fear that I'm thinking about. And I've dealt with this with the RV, which is why it's come back up to me, because I know what can happen, and the feeling and everything that I was dealing with at that time, and I don't want to do that again, which, you know, some things are inevitable. You can't stop everything, but preparing is my big thing, and thinking ahead and what I will do in that situation, how I can prevent it, and then what I will do if that happens, if I'm in that situation. And that's all you can do. Just do what you can do. You know, I could let this fear overtake me, and I could be like, all right, I'm not going to do anything for like a year, and I'm going to take it to the shop and do everything I need to do to it. But then once I take it on the road, it could break down, you know? You never know. And there's nothing against people who want to do that. But if you're letting fear dictate that, then maybe you need to reevaluate that, because then it won't be another 5 years before you do it. But if it's a different circumstance that you have to wait, obviously that's different. But I'm talking about fear right now. And so you just can't let it overtake you and keep you back, because things can happen here while you're waiting around for that time to do it. And when you're in a home, yes, things can go wrong in the home, but you can have people that come out to fix it for you. You don't take your home and take it to a water heat specialist or septic place or anything like that. They come to you. So that's the only difference, and that's kind of my thing, is getting to that place, how long it will take to fix that, and what I'm going to do in that time, because I don't have another vehicle. I'm saving up in my emergency fund right now, and that's why I set my deadline, is so I can use my rent money and put towards my emergency fund. Right now, I'm in a place that I know, you know, and that I know people, and I may be able to get help here or there, or whatever, if something does happen. But when I'm on the road is what I'm thinking about, you know. And even here, I don't want to ask for rides and things like that if something happens to it. I've dealt with that before, and I don't want to do it again. But again, you can't really stop everything. You can only prepare. So that's why I'm doing the emergency fund. That's why I'm going to take this to a shop one day, probably Friday, because this is the only day that a shop will be open when I get off. And just get them to look it over. I'm not going to ask them to do anything for them, because I know they're going to charge ridiculous amounts. I just want them to tell me if there's anything wrong or anything I need to look out for, or how to prevent anything, because preventative maintenance is better than repairing, and it's cheaper overall in the long run, because even if preventative means to replace something and it may cost a lot, it's better than adding on a tow fee to that replacing, and a rental car fee, and, you know, unprepared, you scatterbrain trying to figure out how you're going to get to work, or how you're going to get there, how you can get food, or whatever else, you know, all that stuff. Same thing with your body. Like, yes, I'm sick right now, so, but, you know, there's different factors to that. But preventative in the longer run, as in, You know, I can eat good now and work out now and take my vitamins and supplements or whatever and do all that good stuff now for my body and stretch before I work out and things like that, to keep my body healthy. And I can invest in that food and that stuff, you know, the protein and the whatever it else, supplements and all that stuff. I can invest in that, which makes seem expensive now. But in the long run, it's not, because when I get older, I'm not going to have to pay all those hospital bills for all this stuff and all these pills and having to keep going to the doctor all the time, and the insurance that will go along with that, and the deductibles and all that stuff that goes with that. You know, yes, when you get older, you do still have to go to the doctor. You can't prevent everything, but it's not going to be to the extent of having to have a pill for everything that's going on with you, to assist you to continue to live. I'd rather live on my own and use food and things like that to help me live instead of a pill. You know, so anyway, off this bill, but the whole point in that is preventative maintenance is better than repairing. And that's all that doctors do. They don't really, some can repair, but they really just give you something to help you along, you know. It's not really stopping it. It's just getting you through another day. But again, whole nother topic I'm not going to get onto. But that's kind of my fear, is what will happen when I'm on the road as far as mechanical wise, you know. Things inside of the van I can deal with, I can fix, I can figure that out and go along as long as it's running. But if something happens mechanical to it, what will happen at that point? But like I said, preparing so that saving up my money if something does happen, and planning on if this thing does happen, whatever might happen, what will I do in that situation, and have that lined up, like roadside assistance. And also taking it to a shop to get it evaluated and checked over and make sure it's all running good in there and what to watch out for. You know, maybe that might be the cause of something. When it does happen, they'll be like, oh yeah, they told me this, so that's what I'm going to look at first. So when I take it to a shop, I can't get the runaround from somebody else because I already know a pinpoint thing. More than likely that's wrong with it. So just planning and preparing is all you can really do, you know. Don't let the fear hold you back. And I'm saying this to myself as well as whoever needs to hear this right now. But that's basically the main topic of why I want to make this video. I'm getting hot standing right here. That heat's coming in through this door, and I'm wearing these pants. So let me wrap this up. The last point I want you to make, and you're going to start hearing it more and more in my videos at the end, is shine on. Now I do a hashtag and I do shine in capital letters and then on, which it really doesn't matter if it's capital or not. It's just I'm going to show you later an acronym for that. But shine on in itself, why I say it, and I've been saying it for a while, is basically you have a light inside of you. Well, I hope you do. And if you don't, please figure that out. But, you know, you should let your light shine, like the little song we'll learn at church when you're younger. You know, and so I want to let my light shine. I want to be an inspiration and a motivation to those who want to do what I'm doing, or those who just want to live life to the fullest, you know, not just sit around and survive, but to actually live life. You know, that's what I'm about. And so I want to inspire those people and shine my light so that it will put a spark in them and shine their light, you know, kind of like one candle lighting another, that type of shining on. And then, you know, you want to be the change that you want to see in the world. You've probably heard that before. And you can only do that by going inward and working on that first. And in doing that, you'll spread this light, and that light will affect someone else, and then they will spread their light. And it's just a domino effect. And so imagine one candle in a dark world. It doesn't make a whole lot of effect, but once that candle lights another one and that one lights another one, and then you have millions of candles that are lit, it really brightens things up. And I think we really need that now. And I know that when I was in my RV, traveling RV, and when I was at Amazon and stuff, that was one thing, was seeing the real people. Now you have those nasty people and negative people and all that all over the place, yes. And we see a lot of that now because in social media and news and everything that's plastered everywhere. But the people that I met were genuine and their stories were genuine, and you could feel that everyone, not everyone, but most people had kind of a common thing of wanting to connect and wanting to see change and wanting to enjoy life and have fun and to live it and to push the boundaries and things like that. So, you know, you get enough of those people and things start to happen. Things start to change. You can't wait for somebody who's giving a speech that may feel good to you right now, but then they change up their whole story later. You know how politics are. You can't wait on those people. You know, maybe they can do a little something here or there, but they still have to go through a whole chain of people to make that happen. We have to make the change ourselves. And again, that starts in here first. And so, going on a little tangent there, but shine on. You're going to hear it, because that just means be the change you want to see, and to put that out there and to keep shining so that other people can be affected by that, and then hopefully that they will shine on. So that's why I say that. So to end this, shine on, everybody.